The Honorable Aaron Patricio presiding.
Good afternoon, everyone.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and forgiving God, thank you for your love, guidance, comfort, and for our safety. Make us all accountable in our vocation that we follow Reina Mercedes. Give us the ability to work as one for the improvement and progress of our town. Fill our hearts with honesty and integrity. Help us to be considerate, fair, and just in decision making. Forgive our mistakes. Thank you for all the blessings. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
On the rolls.
The Honorable Coronado,
Present.
the Honorable Aaron Embaragan, the Honorable Hilaria Catalan, the Honorable Edwin Esteban, the Honorable Albino Gutapari, the Honorable Domingo Bilbao Jr., the Honorable Pablo Pascual, the Honorable Henry Bird, Nate Taral, the Honorable Rodrigo D. Pascual, and the Honorable Dominic Mohangin. I think the Honorable Sangguniang Bayan for today's session. I think I can invite the President for Honorable Presiding.
We're open for business. Measure of council fees. The leader of the majority may take the floor and invoke the majority's business for today.
Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon, members of this August body. A while back, the Honorable Galabe was not acknowledged by the Secretary, so allow me to do the honors of saying that he is present and is joining our regular session for this afternoon. Welcome, Honorable Galabe. As we move on, Mr. Chair, I think a member of the body would like to avail of the privilege hour as scheduled by the in the calendar by the Secretary.
Yes, Mr. Presiding, no privilege to the render, but there is a committee report to be rendered.
Okay. Louder than that, Mr. Secretary. Well, then we proceed to the next item for the committee reports, and I believe a member of the Sangguniang Bayan was scheduled to render a committee report, Mr. Chair. I move that you recognize the Honorable Paolo R. Abdul, the Committee Chair of the Committee on Education.
I recognize
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Presiding, to the Ombudsman and the staff of the SB and Mayor's Office. The Committee on Education conducted a hearing on January 29, 2026 relative to the proposed grant of financial assistance to the college graduate who are taking board examination. It was agreed during the hearing that the committee, with the help of our local youth development officer, Ms. Marilyn Alindayo, and our SK Federation President, Mr. Andre Buhangin, to gather important data, especially the number of expected graduates this year. Meanwhile, the proposition is still pending. The office of the municipal mayor is already accommodating applicant in the said assistance. This program has already been existing for how many years? And in order for the proposed measure to be refined and finalized, the committee shall conduct further data gathering to ensure that the implementation shall successfully implemented. That would be for it for now, and rest assured that the committee will update this body for any development, Mr. Presiding. Thank you, and God bless you. May binigay na po silang data pero kulang pa po, Mr. Presiding. Thank you po.
Meron po bang katanungan mula sa any questions from the members of the council? So if you will allow me, Mr. Number One, sir. So the Office of the Mayor is currently accepting applicants for this program.
Yes, Mr. President.
Alright. So one should be a graduate of college and dapat mag-exam na siya ng board.
Yes po.
Any board exam with the PRC.
Yes po, Mr. President.
Alright. So ano po yung mga requirements?
Yung certificate po nila for the PRC examination po nila, yung nag-register na po sila for examination po nila. Or yung pwede po yung review center na meron na po sila.
Okay. Lahat po ng nag-a-apply na approval or may quota po tayo?
Lahat po, Mr. President.
Alright, nice one! Great job! And how much per applicant, sir?
It depends upon the mayor po. Pero may proposal po kami na 2,000 minimum and 5,000 maximum po.
Alright, historical, sir, magkano po kayo receive nila?
Depende po kay mayor. Pero minsan po may mga 2,000, 3,000.
Under our measure, how much yung marireceive nila?
5,000 po yung maximum.
5,000 maximum. Magkano po yung minimum?
2,000 po, Mr. President.
Alright. Great job, sir. Carry on, Mr. Floor.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chair, and thanks so much, Honorable. Moving on to our calendar of business. I move that the Secretary be directed to each items under the unfinished business, Mr. Chair.
For the unfinished business, Mr. Presiding, marked as number 1, an ordinance instituting and implementing the registration of ownership of agricultural and fisheries machines and equipment in accordance with the joint memorandum circular number 2018-02 by the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Interior and Local Government relative to the national guidelines for the registration of ownership of agricultural and fisheries machines and equipment within the territorial jurisdiction of Reina Mercedes Isabela.
Mr. Chair, I move that we recognize the Committee Chair on Agriculture, Honorable Domingo Ba.
Mr. Bao, you're recognized.
So, with regards to ordinances including and implement the registration of ownership of agricultural and fisheries machineries facility met in accordance with the joint memorandum number 2018-02 by the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Interior and Local Government relative to the national guidelines for the registration of ownership of agricultural and fisheries machines within the territorial jurisdiction of Reina Mercedes Isabela. So, Mr. Chair, I schedule a committee hearing times, but honestly, for the first time hearing, we invite all these persons, the barangay captain, including the municipal agricultural office. We conducted the committee hearing, pero may mga bagay pa na hindi namin natapos. So, nag-schedule ako noong last January 22, but with our staff, Mr. Rasiste, umawag sa akin na yung mga kulang pa doon sa pag-ipita. So, mag-set ko na lang po ng isang schedule, SB Bawa, sabi niya. So, I plan to reschedule, Mr. Chair, another set of schedule of committee hearing on February 5.
Any questions for our committee head? Mr. Bao, if you'll allow me please. Ano po yung prevailing sentiment ngayon ng ating mga partners? For example, willing ba sila na mag-register? Okay lang ba sa kanila yung inconvenience na yun? And secondly, okay lang ba sa kanila magbayad? And how much? Kung meron tayong information about that.
Okay, according to the provided resource person, Mr. Chair, willing po silang magbayad, pero yung breakdown na basehan doon sa payments of registration, binabak namin ng 50 pesos. Yung nakalakit kasi doon is 100 for para doon sa maliit na machinery. And then pagkatapos, magkaroon ng double party dahil may mga local taxes kasi binabayaran ng mga malalaking makinarya. So nakapulog naman dito sa ordinansa na ito naman is one-time registration. Malabuglaan po, minsan lang na mag-register lahat ng mga machinery or yung mga gamit pang fishery na nandito po sa ating lokalidad. Doon sa mga payments po na na-deliver during the meeting, so kaya naman po yung mga kapitan na mapayag. Nagagamitin lang ito para doon sa pag-provide ng mga gamit, kagaya ng mga sticker. Pero yung payment po, mapupunta sa treasury, and then gagawa ng resolution niya kung request itong taga-mawa natin para doon sa mga gastusin na pagpapagawa ng mga sticker po.
Carry on, Mr. Floor Leader.
Once again, Mr. Chair, I move that the Secretary be directed to read the other items under unfinished business.
For the second item, if you observe, may ano na kasi may SB combo na yun. At the chairman at appointment, move the proposed ordinance into unfinished regarding an ordinance creating the continued position of the municipal vice mayor for the office of private or executive secretary.
Mr. Chairman, hindi ko tayo nakapag-conduct ng committee hearing as January 29. So may I request to move on February 5 for the second for this committee hearing before tayo proceed for the second reading of this ordinance creating the land bill acquisition of the office of the municipal vice mayor.
Any objection from the body? No objection. Let's send that up later.
Mr. Chair, the Honorable Galagoy would like to seek recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Honorable Mr. Mr. Presiding, may I just give my perspective regarding the calendar of business day under the unfinished business item number 2. Regarding the proposed
ordinance institutionalizing the grant of financial assistance to all college graduate students residing in municipality of Mercedes who are taking professional board examination. Mr. Chair, I just want to manifest that this proposed measure was na-introduce na po ito nakarang taon pa. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was September 2025. Gaya po na nasabi natin sa ating committee chair ng Committee on Education na i-defer na natin ito sapagkat marami siyang mga subject matter pinatalakay sa ating program natin. At sinubukan ko natin ulit ito na isalang itong nakarang taon sa buwan ng Nobyembre para ihawag po sana sa budget ng ating pong budget hearing para matalakay po ito. But then again, the Committee on Education, the Committee Chair, Dr. Abdul, ay nag-iusap po siya na defer muna natin. Kasi marami po siyang mga subject matter na tinatalakay sa ating plan. At sinabi po niya sa noon, that was December, na first week ng as early as January 2026 ay pwede na po natin talakay ito sa plenaryo, pag-usapan at may pasa ang nasabing proposed measures we're presiding. Now, it's already February 2026, I should say. Siguro yung mga, and we conducted already, Mr. Presiding, a committee hearing last Thursday, that was January 29. And during the committee hearing, certainly I just manifest na sabi po ng ating mga invited resource person coming from the LIDO and the Escape Federation President of the Escape persons, na sinabi nila na dun sa data ay hindi po siya ganun karaming mga college graduate students na kumukuha ng board examination. Bagaman, marami po tayong mga college graduate students na nagtatapos, pero yung mga courses, yung mga kurso po nila ay non-board. And the purpose and the intention and purpose of this proposed measure, Mr. Presiding, is intended for the college graduate who are taking up board examination. And they also manifest, Mr. Presiding, na yung data ay hindi po ganun karami, very minimal. So, gano'n po nasabi ng ating pong committee chair kanina na dati po ay ito ay ipapatupad na po ng ating mahal na local executive. Ginagawa natin. The purpose of this proposed measure, Mr. Chair, is to institutionalize the grant of financial assistance to college graduate students. Kasi para at least institutionalize natin, alam natin pag institutionalize ang isang gawain, open po lahat sa ating mga kabayan sa Mercedes. Now, Mr. Chair, I ask the committee chair, Honorable Abdul, if the judges of this committee here, please let us open the floor for the second reading of this proposed measure, Mr. Chair. Kasi the first reading is already done, committee hearing is already done, Mr. Chair. It is now time for this session of this August body to open the floor to make a proper motion if with the indulgence of the committee chair para pag-diskursuhan na po natin ito kung ano po yung mga bagay pa na kailangan, kung kailangan pa ba natin magdagdag o mag-amyenda sa mga provisyon ng proposed measure. Ito lang po, Mr. Chair, at maraming salamat.
It's okay po yung recommendation ni Honorable Galapay na for the second reading na po. And for the August budget, baka may mga amendment or recommendations po sila pwede i-amend po sa ating resolution.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move to open the floor for the interpretation and clarification of the proposed measure entitled as the an ordinance institutionalizing the grant of financial assistance to all college graduate students residing in the municipality of the Mercedes who are taking professional board examination.
There is a motion for the second reading of the said measure. Any objection to that motion?
Point of order, Mr. Presiding Officer. We're still under the business for today, and coming up soon will be the business for second and third reading. So if that will be treated for the second reading, the motion should be to include the proposition to be included in the second reading, sir.
HPC, sir, is that an objection? I will take that as an objection on the grounds that number one, it is not included as a business under the second reading section of our business of the day, pursuant to our rules. And if that is a valid objection, then I must decide in favor of that objection, because if there is any disagreement within the body and the rules are not followed, then I just side with the rules. Is that an objection, sir? So you object?
I object the motion of Honorable Galabay to open the floor for the second reading, Mr. Chair.
All right. What can you say, Mr. Galal?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I accept the objection of the honorable gentleman. Then I give a proper motion, Mr. Chair, a motion to include this proposed measure to the second reading of this proposed ordinance. It is true, Mr. Chair, that that in our order of business, Mr. Chair, in the order of business, that in item number letter D, Mr. Presiding, I will make a proper motion to include the said ordinance for its second reading, Mr. Chair.
The objector, will you enlighten us, sir, about the procedure on including an item for second reading?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Ang concern ko lang po is that nasa business for today pa lang po tayo and the proposal of Honorable Galabay is to have this included, papaginan siya sa proposed measure for second or third reading. So if the body will agree to it, we will be needing at least 2/3 votes of this committee to approve the motion of Honorable Galabay, Mr. Chair, pursuant to our internal rules of procedure.
All right. Let me just state that anyone can make a motion in the body. If there is no objector, then the motion is carried, regardless of whether or not it follows the rules of procedure. But if there is an objector, then we must follow the rules of procedure. And under the rules of procedure, if you want a matter taken up for second reading, then you must have it calendared, included in the calendar in the next session. And you must give notice to our secretary on Friday before that session. So you don't need to move during the session. So if you want it taken up, sir, next session, you notify our secretary, submit as written in our rules. If our honorable leader did not object a while ago, then I will carry your motion and have the measure read on the second time during this session. But unfortunately, someone objected, and we must follow the rules. Unless you want to set aside the rules for which you also need to move. So you don't want to set aside the rules. You will just take the matter during the next session, right? And all right.
So presiding, we will tackle next session because the data is not yet 100% gathered.
All right. Okay, next one. Nice try, Mr. Galabay. Congratulations anyway. Sabi nga nila, ang ganun po, at least nagkakaramdaman na tayo anytime na may pushback sa kahit anong measure, pag may pushback, mag-pushback lang tayo. And then, mag-pushback, and then babalik tayo sa rules. And depende sa atin kung gusto natin set aside yung rules o hindi. But at any rate, kung walang motion, mag-default tayo sa rule kapag mayroong proposition sa inyong promotion. Yeah, but nice one. Great job.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chair.
Sorry sir. So sa mga kasama rin natin dito sa sanggunian na merong pinopropose at kapag nag-expect kayo ng pushback, slight man o mabigat, mag-prepare na lang kayo ng mas maaga na include nyo sa calendar na maayos para ma-overcome nyo ang mga objection na mangyari. Pero naobserbahan ninyo ng mga nakaraang session natin, kapag ina-expect ninyo na 100% na masuportahan ang inyong item, nagre-relax tayo sa, nagre-depart tayo ng konti mula sa ating rules, since wala namang na-object, nadadala pa ating yung motion. This is good. I like it. I like it. Go ahead, sir.
Thanks so much, Mr. Chair. Once again, I put the Secretary will direct us to read items under the business for today.
Yes, Mr. Presiding, nandito na po tayo sa business for the day. Defense is a resolution approving the local agricultural and fishery mechanization plan 2026-2028 of the municipality of Reyna Mercedes.
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Baba, sir.
we, the committee chairman of agriculture, will sponsor the resolution for the first reading. The resolution approving the local agricultural and fisheries mechanization plan 2026 to 2028 of the municipality of Mercedes. So, Mr. Chair, kumibigay lang sa akin itong mga kopya ng mga resolution. Nabiglaan ako dahil biglang binigay sa akin wala man ng pagpasa. So, I recommend the Honorable Chair na sa susunod na schedule ng session yung pagpasa na lang ng resolution.
If there is your pleasure, sir.
Moving on to the next item on their business for today, sirs, I know that the Secretary will direct you to read.
For the next item, number 2. The resolution approving the local farm to market road network plan 2026-2028 of the municipality of Reyna Mercedes.
Mr. Chair. So, the resolution approving the local farm road network plan LFMR-NP 2026-2020 of the municipality of Reyna Mercedes. So once again, nabibigyan din ulit itong mga kopya. So, may possibility for Honorable Chair na itong mga staff natin na mag-provide sila ng kopya para mabigyan po tayo individual ng mga kopya na tungkol sa resolution.
Alright, sounds like there's no objection to that, sir. Mr. Floor Leader, carry on, sir.
The Honorable Secretary, for the next item.
Nandito na po tayo sa pangatlo. The resolution authorizing the municipal mayor Atty. Maria Lourdes Respicio Saguban to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Helen Keller International, presented by its country representative, Ms. Maria Fatima Dali R. Leario, regarding the barangay first 1,000 days Phase 3, scaling up and cultivating resilience through community gardens.
May I have the floor, Mr. Chair?
Go ahead, sir.
With regards to the next pieces for the day, we would like to sponsor this resolution, Mr. Chair, as a committee chair of health, and allow me to deliver my sponsorship speech. Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. I am delighted to sponsor today this resolution that authorizes our Municipal Mayor, Attorney Maria Lourdes Respicio Subugan, to enter into a memorandum of agreement or understanding with the Helen Keller International for the implementation of the Barangay First 1,000 Days Phase 3 project here in the municipality of Reynosa Mercedes. Helen Keller International is a US-based NGO that has been at the forefront of efforts to prevent blindness, reduce malnutrition, and fight diseases that are associated with poverty. The global programs aim to improve the lives of vulnerable populations, especially women and children. In our municipality, this partnership comes at a critical time, as it directly addresses two of the most pressing issues we face, which is malnutrition and food insecurity. As we all know, the first 1,000 days of a child's life are a crucial period for growth and development. This project specifically targets these critical early years to improve nutrition and overall health outcomes. Through the establishment of community gardens, the initiative seeks to enhance the resilience of our barangays, making them less reliant on external sources of food and more self-sufficient in meeting their nutritional needs. In December of last year, the local government unit had the honor of receiving representatives from Helen Keller International for a courtesy meeting, marking the beginning of this promising partnership. And just recently, Mr. Chair, Helen Keller International conducted an orientation for key stakeholders in our municipality, which included punong barangays, midwives, nutrition scholars, and health workers from the 10 targeted barangays in the municipality. This orientation provided valuable insights into the project, ensuring that the stakeholders involved are well-informed and aligned in the goal of improving nutrition and community resilience. Dalawa po sa mga importanteng nais na matamo ng organisasyon na ito sa proyekto ito. First, is to increase the number of women and children receiving essential nutrition services. And second, to improve community resilience and reduce food insecurity by integrating an enhanced community garden model into our current project strategies. The garden model is expected to play a vital role in sustaining local food sources, empowering our barangays to grow and provide nutritious foods, and consequently combat malnutrition in our municipality. Naniniwala po ako sa pakikipagtulungan natin sa Helen Keller International o kabalakas po nito ang kakayahan ng ating local government unit sa paninigbihan sa ating mga kababayan. It will provide us also a powerful tool to combat malnutrition, improve public health, and increase the self-sufficiency of our barangays. By working with Helen Keller International, we're not only addressing immediate nutritional needs, but also building a foundation for long-term resilience and sustainability for future generations of Reynosa Mercedes. Therefore, I urge my fellow council members to support this resolution, which is a very crucial step in securing the future health and well-being of our children, women, and the entire community. Sir Chair.
Do you wish it passed today, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right. Then we open the floor for questions and amendments as we have a copy of the resolution. Pero kung wala tayong mga katanungan sa ating proponent, please. If you'll allow me, Mr. Proponent, to ask some questions. May gastos po ba ang ating munisipyo dito sa programa na ito, sir?
Actually, sir, ang pinag-provide po na assistance ng Helen Keller International ay sinusupplement lang po nito ang ating existing programs and activities when it comes to health. We already have passed resolutions and ordinances with regards to the first 1,000 days, the baby at ang ating Magdanay Act. And existing na po ang ating programa at tinutulungan na po ng government unit po na matugunan pa po yung ibang pangangailangan. Because as per the very recent report coming from the Municipal Health Office po, we still have a certain percentage of stunting and malnutrition among 0 to 59-year-old kids in the municipality. Mr. Chair.
Dito sa memorandum of agreement, wala naman ako nakikita na kailangan mabayad ng ating LGU.
Wala naman po, sir.
Correct. So, i-assume ko libre po ito.
Yes, sir. The only request coming from the Helen Keller International is that the LGU is responsible in mobilizing po yung mga key stakeholders po natin like the midwives, barangay nutrition scholars, and barangay health workers para po mag-attend ng capacity building trainings at sila rin po ang mapahala sa implement the programs of care. And these key stakeholders are already receiving honorarium coming from the baranggays, so there's no need na magdagdag po ng buying process.
So, makakakuha po tayo ng training mula sa NGO na ito, sir.
Yes, sir. Aside from trainings, they will also be providing po some commodities. Maliban po sa mga community building trainings, magbibigay po sila ng mga seedlings for the community gardens, and they will also be providing food supplements and vitamin A plus the warm vitamins po para sa mga bata and mothers.
So, ito pong programa na ito ay ongoing program. At kung gusto pong mag-avail ang ating mga kabarangay ng mga benepisyo mula sa programa ng Helen Keller International ay malalaman din nila mula sa ating mga barangay officials na po.
Yes po. Actually, Mr. Chair, during the orientation, the LGU has targeted 10 barangays po muna initially for the phase 3 ng first 1,000 days in barangay. 10 days. 10 barangays po.
Bakit hindi na lang 20 para lahat na sana?
Ang gusto pong mangyari, sir, ng Helen Keller at ng LGU ay maging maganda po muna yung pag-roll out nito. And then later on, pag nakita na po yung success, it will be replicated in the remaining 10 barangays.
Ang mga nakikinabang po dito ay yung mga buntis, may anak at may anak na bata.
Yes po, the mothers and mga kids po for the first 1,000 days.
Alright. Bigyan niyo po ng credit kung sino po ang nagpasimuno ng magandang programa na ito. Yung mga key people, sino nag-reach out sa Helen Keller, sino sa kanila nag-reach out sa atin, at sino nag-work out ito para maging successful. Okay. Give that credit, sir.
Kagaya pa ng nalaman ko from last week po, it was the Helen Keller International who reached out to the municipality of University of Isabela para mapibilang po sa mga pilot municipalities po na kapag-roll out po ng kanilang programs.
Meron bang special sa atin na tayo napili nila or marami naman silang napili sa ating lugar?
Marami naman pong napili in the province of Isabela, Mr. Chair. But unfortunately, not all municipalities po ay pinuntahan ng Helen Keller International.
Well, congratulations, sir. This sounds good.
Sir President,
Mr. Galvez.
this is just a clarification, Mr. Presiding. The Helen Keller International Foundation, the program, the Barangay First 1,000 Days, is different from the program of the DOH. Meron din tayong program. It's the First 1,000 Days. Pag-i-enlighten po kami, Mr. Apo.
Honorable Galapag, kagaya na sabi ko kanina po, since implement po nila yung ating existing programs on the Early Years Act, ang 1,000 days, first 1,000 days training po. So they also have this kind of program na gusto nila sa grassroots talaga magkaroon ng concentration. Ma-address po yung issues nila sa malnutrition and stunting sa barangay. So this is almost the same program as the DOH.
Okay, Mr. President.
Thanks so much, Honorable Galapag.
Meron pa po ba kung katanungan? Meron pa po ba kayong proposition para i-amend ang resolution? Wala. Sa lahat po ng sumasang-ayon na ipasa ang resolution na ito, maaaring pakisigaw ay!
Aye.
Lahat ng tumatanggi, nay!
For the next item, I'll move that the Secretary to read items under the proposed ordinances for the second and third reading.
Nandito na po tayo sa ang letter D, proposed ordinances for the second reading. The first, an ordinance renaming the Matalakang Elementary School to Villador Matalakang Elementary School.
Supersiding, regarding this ordinance for the second reading, an ordinance renaming the Malalakang Elementary School or the MES to Villador Malalakang Elementary School. Last year, we conducted a committee hearing regarding this. May mga guidelines po sa DepEd sa BELA na kailangan pa po nila, may kulang po pong documents. And ngayon po, nagpasa na po ang Reyna Mercedes District ng mga dokumento. Yung una po is the requesting stakeholders shall take the initiative renaming school or the letter of intent po nila at resolution addressed to the local school board. Meron na po kaya Mr. Presiding. And then the endorsement letter from the head of the school. Meron din po. And then the local school board recommends to the Sangguniang Bayan for the resolution of the LSB regarding the renaming. Meron po kaming resolution regarding the renaming, Mr. Presiding, and it was approved. Sa ngayon po, ang kailangan po natin is the ordinance po na mabigyan at isend po natin sa National Historical Commission po and the letter para po mapadala po natin, we need to approve this ordinance for the renaming po ng Malalakang Villador Reyna Mercedes School.
Great job, sir, for the great job, sir, for the assiduous work. Alright, so as we are in the second reading of the proposed ordinance, the floor is open for interpretation. Mr. Bao.
Ito ay pinag-uusapan na during the first reading because ito sa reading ng Malalakang Intro, Villador Malalakang Elementary School. Anyway, gusto ko rin buhayin kung sino yung body, yung may-ari ng lupa na yan, para magkaroon natin tayo ng pangalan ng isang eskwelahan. Ipapangalan natin sa pangalan ng Daniel Bawa dahil siya ang nag-donate sa lupa. Although, sa ngayon, titulado na sa pangalan ng elementary school yung lupa na pinakatayo ngayon ng Malalakang Elementary School. Yun nga lang, ang pinag-dedicated nisa ng mga parents diyan, kung bakit ang Malalakang ay ang lokasyon nito is Villador. Doon sa mga tao dumadayo kung minsan po, parang nalilito sila. Dahil ang present location ng eskwela na ito ngayon is Villador. Pero yung pangalan kasi ngayon na nakalagay po doon sa tarpaulin nila is Malalakang Elementary School. Hindi po nakalagay where is the school location that was under the jurisdiction of Villador. So, ando na yung pagbasa ng muna. Pwedeng hahaba kayo Mr. Propone. Kung gusto ko isa-isa lahat kung saan nangyari, sana na nakasama pinanggalingan ng lupa na ito. Patay na po, yung may-ari na yan. May mga sibling pa rin. Oo, may pa rin ang gagawin. Baka pwede na lang alang-ala sa Yumaho, Guardian Bawa, baka pwede natin ipangalan sa pangalan ni Dr. Bawa. Wala mo po.
Thank you, Honorable Bawa. Tama po, ang nagduli po sa lupa is Daniel Bawa. Pero dun sa napag-usapan po sa local school board, Mas mainam po na ipangalan po sa Villador mula lang ng high school. Yung pag-usapan po. May resolution po ang barangay po. And yung 3 feeder barangays.
Okay, kung yan ang pinag-usapan na Mr. Proponent at naayos na lahat ng mga papel, nasabi ko lang yan para
Yes, po.
di ko na natin Ilocano, magkalagit ko, hindi nagawa na ko nada. Lagit ka po na bentan, nandyan na yan, gawin na, basta ang gusto lang ng mga tao. Patunayan ng eskwelahan na ang lokasyon is bigyan. Dagdag na lang yung bigyan doon para natin
Yes, po. Yan po.
Salamat.
Thank you po, Honorable Bob. So, with that, Mr. Presiding, ilang motion?
The floor is still open for interpolations. Mr. Galabay.
Yes, Mr. Chair. May I ask the proponent, is there a copy of the proposed ordinance? We don't have yet a copy of the proposed ordinance.
I have the copy of the resolution na po na nag-endorse lang po for the approving of the naming po from the local school board and the municipal council or the secretary will make the resolution for this.
I take it as an objection to the second reading, sir. Kasi hindi natin magagawa yung second reading kung wala tayong reading. Alright, kung mga nakaraan, okay lang po kapag walang nag-object. Pwede na action natin na meron. Pero kung may nag-object po at nangihingi ng kopya, kailangan na rin ito. Kaya mga staff, i-anticipate nyo rin ulit ito. Lesson pa rin ulit ito.
Yes, Mr. Presiding, ano ko yung staff. Pero honestly, wala ka rin sa forward sa akin.
Mr. Chair, so I will take a copy of the ordinance may withdraw a 5 minutes break.
Sige po. Any objection to a recess? We come back at 2:25.
Ano ko kasi dyan, yung argument kasi nila dyan na vice, relating ng dahil nalilito doon sa saan yung regulation. Meron na ako yun na yun, kasi sila natin yung regulations, second identifier man yun. Kasi kung pagkasasama, pagkasasama yung mga texto, kailangan pa rin siya yung mobilyator, yung document lang na tayo, yung mga tayo na nalaman na wala yung mobilyator. Hindi naman ito sinasabi na wala tayong tumingin, hindi naman sinasabi yung malalaman ko sabi. Ang nakalagay yung malalaman. Ang alam ko kasi yung bandalanin doon, hindi na doon sila dalawang malalaman. Sa namin yung nasa isang distrito kami, which is tinatawag na bandalanan. Pero yung isa pa kami dito, yung ating yan, siguro. Tanungin natin yung mga yung masayot ang siyang nasabi doon. So, kailangan pa malagaan natin yung kung sino na tuloy. Nasa na yung sa aking papay, wala naman kayo ituturo nyo tayo. Sabi ko lang na lang kasi hindi naman marami naman. Meron bang na-enhance kayo yung mga academic capacity nila? Hindi naman. Pinalitan mo lang, parang gano'n lang. Diba? Tapos yung bagong registration na naman, may bagong principal, palitan na naman, parang lagi yung walang matibay na yung parang target, kahit na yung palitan na, kailangan yung mababago. Kung babago yung parang pangalan niya, na hindi naman magbabago yung yung akademya nila, yung pagkakuro. Ito yung sa
ano gusto mo, sir? Mapangalanan na
Kunin mo na lang yung resolution mo. Tayo na magpapagawa.
Kasi yung bildador, malalakad. Kasi yung naman kasi yung argument nila, parang ownership eh, parang possession kasi. Kung wala sa bildador,
all in favor?
Naging zeros ka pa?
Let's resume, gentlemen and lady.
Mr. Presiding, regarding the renaming of the Villador Malalatang Elementary School, the Secretary will make the ordinance for this and then we will tackle next week for the third and final reading.
There is a motion to move the second reading of the said ordinance to the next session. No objection from the council. There is none.
Yes, Mr. Presiding. Can I have a clarification lang po?
O, sige po, kung wala pong objection mula sa ating council, bibigyan po natin ng panahon ng ating secretary na magbigay ng kanyang sentimiento tungkol sa napag-uusapan nating ordinansa.
Ay, hindi po Mr. Presiding, yung clarification lang po dito sa kasi pinapadrap na sa akin yung ordinansa wherein wala akong pagbibisan dahil wala pang committee report na nai-render for me to to give the details and the proposed ordinance that maybe draft. Pero yung yung sinabi mo na na pwedeng magsabi yung ito since na nasa other matter tayo regarding the naming and the renaming of Malalatang Elementary School. Para yung sa akin, napakahina kasi yung argumento dahil yung nakakalito daw yung yung address. Kasi Malalatang Elementary School, pwedeng na nakatayo sa Villador, ilalagay nilang may Villador. Parang yung, that's just possession lang. Possession. So, wala siyang direct na enhancement to the educational capability of Malalatang Elementary School. Wala namang changes, magpapalit lang ng pangalan. Katulad na sinabi ko sa kanila, nalilito daw sila. Yung pangalan, yun yung primary identifier, yung address kasi secondary identifier yan. Kasi pag naglagay ka ng school, kailangan ilagay mo pa rin yung yung address, so hindi malilito yung Yun lang po yung ko. Parang hindi naman sentiment, pero bilang nag-aral sa sa Malalatang Elementary School, parang mas makakalito yan at marami lang nalito dyan. Kasi as I remember, mga 1990s, ginamit na nila yung Villador Malalatang Elementary School. Nag-apply sila ng renaming. Pero yung nakalagay sa sa DepEd, Malalatang pa rin. Baka lalong malilito lang yung records ng individual student. Kasi lalo na ngayon na marami nang nagbago, lalo na sa mga document. Katulad na lang yung yung pag-apply ng passport. Kukuha ka ng authenticated copy ng birth certificate mo. Pag hindi na nila tinatanggap yung middle initial, kailangan kompleto. Mas lalo na ngayon kasi napakaganda ngayon yung mga legislation ngayon dahil marami na yung mga hindi nakita noon na nakikita ngayon. Kaya yung sa akin, kung yung maliit lang yung yung parang wala namang big na changes, parang na lang, huwag na natin pagtuunan ng pansin yan. Kasi yung sa akin, beloved alma mater ko si Malalatang Elementary School, baka ako mismo na na kung saan malilito rin ako kung saan ako nag-graduate dati. Yan lang po.
Mr. Galabay?
Yes, Mr. Presiding, thank you so much. May I ask the Secretary of the Sangguniang, in your point of view, is the renaming of the Malalatang Elementary School to Villador Malalatang Elementary School is unnecessary? Hindi po ito kinakailangan, Mr. Secretary, but parang ganun po kasi yung parang pananalita niyo po kanina.
Hindi naman sa gano'n Mr. Honorable SB, kasi yung sa akin, wala kasing mabigat na na argumento rather than yung pagpalit lang. Kasi magiging yan, presidents na yan kasi napakadali lang palang magpalit ng baka yung sa sa Central School, pagpalitan na rin ng Labida Pequeño Elementary School. Dahil ang location niya is nasa Labinab. So yun po. Kasi ang alam ko din, bago pinangalan yan, pinagdebatehan din ng mga ng mga nakaraang mga pinuno natin. So yun
Yes.
yun po. Meron pa sana akong preservative, pero yun lang po yung ko.
Yes, Mr. Presiding. With that statement of the our beloved Sangguniang Secretary, it appears to me that the renaming of this elementary school is unnecessary, Mr. Presiding.
Mr. Presiding, so with that, by the Honorable Galabay and SB Secretary, we have the requirements and copies po. May mga signatory po dito, and sa akin po wala naman pong problema kung gusto o hindi ituloy ito, but the three feeder barangay, nagpirma po sila with the punong barangay Kagawad na gusto po nilang palitan at gumawa po sila endorsement, letter to the, nag-aksaya po sila ng oras na mag-letter sa Reyna Mercedes District, DepEd, and Schools Division of Isabela na we are in the malapit na po nating matapos yung mga documents na requirements na pinasa po nila And sa LSB din po na pag-usapan, na-approve din po ng ating mayor. So sa comment po ni SBSEC and Honorable Galabay, we will raise this to the principal and to the people of the 3 barangays. Kung tutuloy o gusto kasi may nagpe-question po, wala naman pong problema. We conduct again committee hearing kung gusto nila para marinig po nila yung mga hinaing po ng ating mahal na SB Galabay at saka ni SB Sec po. And kung ano mapag-usapan, kung go o hindi, saka na po natin gawin ng ordinansa. Yun lang po, Mr. Presiding.
Wow. Po, magandang paliwanag po yun mula sa ating proponent and number 1 SB at dun. Tama po yun. Tama po din po ang ginagawa ninyo na ipinapahayag ninyo ang inyong sentiments against sa ordinansa dahil paraan po yan para makumbinsi po ninyo ang inyong mga kasama na hindi suportahan ng ordinansa. Kapag hindi nyo po ibinoto ang pagpasa ng ordinansa, patay na po ang proposition. Ganun po yun. At kung gusto nyo pong i-push yung Daniel Bawa, convince ako doon. Balik po kayo doon sa process na tinukoy niya kanina, makakonvince nyo po yung members ng school local board. Kailangan nyo rin po silang convincein and then convincein pa rin yung kasama nyo dito na ipasa. In any case, valuable po yung comment ni SB Bawa, ating secretary Mr. Bawa, Mr. Galabay, and of course ang ating proponent, si Mr. Number 1 at dun. And personally po, gusto ko yung pangalan na Daniel Bawa. Maganda po yun. Kasi I don't think na may mawawala naman from anyone. It's a good personal philosophy na mag-extend palati ng credit if you can give credit sa ibang tao kung wala namang cost on your end. So, people do good deeds. And kung wala namang tayong gagastusin, or wala nang mawawala sa atin kung nagbibigay tayo ng credit sa ibang tao, napakaganda po yun. Nagsisilbi po tayo sa humanity pag ginagawa natin yun. Dahil kailangan nating bigyan ng credit ang lahat ng magagandang gawain. Ako personally, gusto ko yung Daniel Bawa na pangalan. Gusto ko yun. I love it. Gusto ko parati yung masarap yung pakiramdam na meron tayong napapasayang mga tao at napipilis na pamilya. Yung kanilang angkan matutuwa. Okay po. Meron pa po ba kayong mga sentimiento tungkol sa issue na yan? Mr. Honorable, the redoubtable Mr. Esteban.
Alam mo, Honorable Galabay, hindi naman po siguro na yung sabi ni Secretary na hindi importante. It's not necessary yung pagpapalit. Siguro pagbibigay lang ng konting pugay doon kay sa pamilya ni Delate Daniel Bawa, sa pamilya na sa Kataga Villador, I'm very much sure talaga importante din sa kanila yun na mapalitan. Kasi sa kanila pala yung yung lupa talaga. Ewan ko kung bakit nasabi niya yung gano'n. Sabay, naipaliwanag naman niya na it affects mga dating graduate doon sa pangalan. And tulad ng sabi ko, si Delate Daniel Bawa siguro, saka pamilya niya, and saka mga taga-Villador, credit din sa kanila, importante kung matutuloy. Pero kung papalitan natin ng Villador malalatang, okay na din siguro. Okay na yun. Huwag lang malalatang lang.
Mr. Apostol, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Meron pa po ba tayong tatalakayan ngayong araw? O
Okay.
meron po ba yung gustong sabihin?
Okay. Apologies, Mr. Chair. Mr. Secretary, do we still have items under the proposed business for second and third reading?
Okay, suppose second proposal for second reading at the Cabinet Chairman. Yes, strike out the and move it to unfinished business. While ago, wala na po, Mr. Presiding.
How about The other matters, Mr. Secretary.
Or the other
Mr. Floor Leader,
The
may I be
Honorable
recognized?
Galabay would like to be recognized, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Thank you, Mr. Presiding. Gusto lang po natin magkaroon ng kung ano yung maging ending po natin dun sa second reading ng proposed measure, Mr. Presiding, regarding sa renaming ng Malalatang Elementary School. Kasi wala po tayong malinaw na usapan kanina. Now, yung statement ng ating pong sangguniang sekretary ay it might create confusion in the renaming of this particular elementary school. Though may mga proposition kanina na pwedeng gawin natin ganito ang pangalan. Now, Mr. Chair, considering those statements and those efforts of the local school board of the Malalatang Elementary School, why not we give them, Mr. Presiding, with due respect to the committee chair of the Committee on Education, to give them another round of committee hearing in order to defend their proposition, whether or not this renaming of this particular elementary school is necessary, Mr. Presiding. So yun lang po ang gusto kong marinig. Baka interesado po si Committee Chair ng Committee on Education. Bigyan po natin sila ng another round of committee hearing para idepensa po nila yung kanilang proposition sa pagpapalit ng pangalan ng Malalatang Elementary School to Malalatang Villador Elementary School, Mr. President.
Thank you, Honorable Galabay. We'll seek the principal of the Malalatang Elementary School kung gusto po nila ng committee hearing. For me, wala namang problema kung gusto o hindi, maigo o hindi itong proposal natin. As long as kung ano yung mapag-uusapan at ano yung mga bukal sa puso nila na ma-finalize, dun po tayo. Yun lang po, Mr. Presiding. And I'm willing to take the committee hearing anytime po, Mr. Presiding, pag anong availability po ng ating principal at ng ating council po. With the secretary po. Dapat po, complete po yung mga nagtatanong, yung mga may concern, sana po dumalo po sila para at the end, malinis po tayo. Wala na pong question. Yun lang po, Mr. President.
I understand, sir, nag-render na kayo ng committee report dito. Okay. Kapag nag-render na po kayo ng committee report, kung gusto pong bumalik sa inyo yung matter na yun, kailangan mag-move na ibalik sa committee ninyo para pwede nyo ulit i-take up yun. So, sa susunod na session po, mag-decide po kayo kung gusto nyo i-include siya on the second reading or mag-move na lang kayo na i-refer back sa inyong committee kung gusto nyo mag-conduct ulit ng panibagong hearing. Meron pa po bang ibang bagay na gusto nating talakayin?
Yes, Mr. Presiding. Bali sa sa February 6, may tutuloy po yung third administrative inquiry regarding the complaint of certain Mrs. Wee against one of the barangay captain of Reyna Mercedes, Henry Respicio, will be on February 6 at 9 a.m. I myself, the secretary, nagipag-commit na rin ako kay kasi tinawagan ko yung dalawang abogado, vice. Sinabi ko sa kanila, humingi ko ng pasensya dahil nung nakarang proceedings, medyo late yung mga karamihan sa atin na maging punctual yung sangguniang bayan ng Reyna Mercedes Cago. So yun po, in behalf na lang po sa inyo, putanda sa other matter. Ako talagang magsasabi na members ng sangguniang dapat maging punctual tayo kasi lalo na yung administrative proceedings yung gagawin natin. Yun, gusto rin nila, sabi ko kasi sa kanila, Vice, as you order, na yung proceeding na mangyari is whole day. So, yun din, din sila, commit sila na mag-whole day sila.
Alright. Sige po, kung whole day po, dalhin na lang ng prosecution lahat ng witness niya.
Yes.
And Mr. Secretary, pakiserve ulit yung subpoena ng dalawa
Okay po.
for them to attend on Friday. Pag hindi sila nag-attend, in any case, yung remaining witnesses ng prosecution dapat ready on Friday para matapos na the whole day. And mag-prepare yung prosecution and defense. If hindi nag-appear yung dalawa na sinabi na natin, ano yung remedyo? Magmo-motion po yung prosecution doon. Ano yung legal argument nila? Para ma-cite nila yung basis. Para hindi lang tayo lahat mukhang clueless sa Friday kung mapunta tayo sa lagay na yun. Pasabihin na rin po natin yung sheriff at saka yung private individual na tagadangan na kapag nag-motion yung prosecution, hypothetical lang naman po ito, sir. Tapos in-approve ng council na i-pursue yung legal remedies against them, baka inconvenient po sa kanila iyon. Mag-attend na lang po kasi sila. Nagsabi lang sila ng totoo. Wala namang problema doon. Kasi po pwedeng obstruction of justice. Oh. Sakit, parang krimen yun. Parang masakit sa ulo yun. Pwede ring alam mo yun, kakulangan sa pagtupad ng iyong public duties dahil request ka naman by authority of law na mag-participate sa isang public proceeding pero hindi mo tinupad. Masakit din sa ulo nila yun. Civil service din yun. Criminal, civil service. Tapos para ma-compel pa sila na mag-attend. Hindi ko alam. Baka ma-involve pa yung police. Huwag na nilang paabutin dun. Para kang matapos. Magsali lang sila ng totoo para walang problema. Ayun lang naman. Okay?
Meron pa
Go ahead, sir.
Meron yung habang kausap ko yung isa sa abogado, nag-raise siya na kung maaari daw, pag nag-live daw yung proceedings. Kasi parang hindi kasi naiwasan. Kasi may mga legal na sinabi sa akin, hindi naman tayo abogado na pero parang nababago daw yung parang yung mga witness or yung mga mga individuals dito sa mga proceedings parang magbabago daw yung parang bang tawag nito yung personal perception nila parang natatarantama so nire-request nila na yung maaari sana daw yun po na ibilalang yun.
Alright, good luck sa kanya. I-raise niya yan as motion next time. Sub-judice po yung sinasabi niya para sub-judice.
Tapos nakalimutan ko tuloy yung isa. Bago isipin ko yung ganito ito po yung total na sa other matters po, yung kay SB Banjo. I would be gladly na pupunta dito during yung kung magkakatak siya ulit ng tawag nito. Yung committee hearing regarding the i-release ko my side being a graduate, being an alumnus of Malalatang. At the same time kasi yung mga proceedings nung sa ang tinawagan lang is yung principal barangay captain wherein wala yung mga stakeholder. Hindi natin tinawag yung yung isa sa heirs ng ng donors. Hindi natin tinawag yung mga matatanda. So yun po. Yung sa akin yun, siyempre prevail pa rin yung yung majority sa inyo, pero yun pa rin yung consider pa rin natin yung mga so yun po.
Alright. Napaka-convincing ni Secretary. Pag ako, nakakonvince ako dyan, hindi ko ipapusa yung ordinance na yan. Kaya bahala, okay? Kaya bahala.
Mr. Presiding, parang mas okay po na dun mismo sa school, mag-invite po kami ng mga graduates, yung mga alumnus nila, para marinig po yung mga hinain nila, para dun na mismo sa baba mismo, yung manggagaling kung ano po yung mga suggestion. Kasi hindi din po natin alam kung lahat po itong nakapirma dito ay present nung nag-meeting. So ngayon, mas mabuti siguro na baba na lang po kami doon. Mag-conduct kami ng hearing doon with all yung mga graduates, mga concerned citizen po nila doon, barangay officials po. Kasama po sila SEC, mga private persons po na pwede naming kausapin doon.
O, sige
Okay
po.
lang po ba, Mr. Presiding?
Okay lang po. Kayo po bahala. Ang proceeding po na yun ay proceeding ng local school board. Hindi po proceeding ng
Yes
council.
po.
Tama
Yes
po.
po.
Or ng committee ng council natin. Pero in any case, sir, I think kung wala namang mag-object sa ating members, pwede nyo rin gamitin ito. At pwede rin siguro ako mag-participate kung gusto nyo akong imbitahan as guest.
Yes po.
At kapag inimbitahan nyo ako ang bahala sa merienda. Oh,
Wow.
okay, maganda ba yun? Oh, yung
Sige.
merienda. Oh. Hindi budget yun ng hindi kasama kasi sa budget yun eh. Oh, dito, libre merienda kapag sinama niyo ako doon. Although hindi ako magpa-participate, doon na lang ako sa labas. Pero para aircon naman kapag nag-meeting kayo. Para lang madala yung gusto ko yun. Kasi gusto ko yung yung ni the Bawa siblings, the Bawa brothers. Gusto ko yung gusto nila. Okay, sige po. Alright. I think marami naman tayong naka-line up na committee hearings. Meron pa po? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Hindi pa nag-start yung session natin. At saka isa sa Sangguniang Bayan natin ay wala pa kanina. Nag-invite po si Lara Barangol sa kanyang birthday February 5. Hindi lang namin alam yung oras sa SB. Ay, 6 ka no.
Alright. Sabi daw, attire is kahit ano daw, pwedeng minimal attire. Basta ako, I will come well-oiled and wearing tea-pack. Friday, no? Oh my gosh. Yung party pala natin, sir. Naunahan pa tayo niya, no? Oh, sige, marami pa. Magba-birthday na rin ako sa March, sir. Baka doon na lang. Alright. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had fun today. It's nice to see you again. I missed you all. As any man can miss another man and a woman. Short of sexually. I'm just kidding. Alright. Have a good day, folks. And see you again next time on Thursday during our committee hearings. Wow! 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 I'm touched. Figuratively.
Mr. Chair, ako po sa may nakalimutan na natin sa sekretary. Isa lang yung nasabi niya, schedule lang sa ating hearing. Ako yung may atang driver na nagkakita ko kanina, schedule lang kami hearing. Noon sa instituin ng registration. So that was scheduled on 5 of February. Legal na po kanina. 5. Tapos na rin yung isang tinanawag ng committee. So meron pang dalawa na lang araw dito.
Yung sabi kasi ng isang abogado, ine-expect ko na may yung mga proceedings nung parang may mag-o-oppose sa mga pinagsasabi namin dahil parang napapalayo na kami, kanya vice. Dahil administrative, tapos bakit pinag-uusapan pa namin yung mga lupa, yung mga civil case. So yun, para gusto rin namin matapos na walang dali.
Yun nga po, mag-object kasi sila. Silang dalawa lang naman ang naglalaban dun eh. By custom, hindi expected sa judge na siya yung proactive na patitigilin sila. Dapat mag-object yung isa. Tapos tayo ang magde-decide. Dapat contention talaga. Kung gusto nila magkakabibo, magsagutan talaga sila. Tapos kukontrolin ko lang silang magsagutan. Even lahat ng concern nila, i-bring up nila doon and then magkasukatan. Tayo. Lahat. Maganda yun. Yun yung action na hinahanap natin. Action! Okay na po. Motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn, Mr. Chair.
All right, seconded. This session is adjourned. Thank you so much.